Hello and welcome. So today, as every day, we are going to speak about hypnotherapy. What is hypnotherapy? And we are going to answer a lot of questions. We are going to answer many questions like what is hypnotherapy? Um, is it natural to be hypnotized? Are we in a natural state while we are hypnotized? How it looks like when we go to a session to a hypnotherapist? Do we have to be afraid of something? And how it looks before, while we are in a session, and after session. Um, every week, I will have many guests. Mostly of them will be hypnotherapists. Some of them will be my clients. But today, I have an honor to welcome my big friend and hypnotherapist, Aleksandra. So, welcome, Aleksandra.
Thank you for having me.
And with Aleksandra, we are going to answer many questions. So, first of all, Aleksandra, would you like to share
hmm
with us how you decide to become a hypnotherapist
Mm,
and how that idea came crossed your mind and you started doing it?
yeah. Well, I didn't think, I don't think I decided. I think it was a calling. It was
Mhm,
something that was supposed to be. I don't know.
mhm,
Um, it's 8 years now. I think 8 years since my father died. I started asking questions, and there are really lots of questions about after life, what is happening beyond this
mhm,
life. Is there a life after this one? And in all those searchings, I came upon a book from Michael Newton about life between life. And when I started reading it, there was like a voice that I heard, one day you'll be doing this. And I thought to myself, no way, come on. How do you even become a hypnotherapist? I did something that, no, in Serbia, no. And maybe a few months later, I heard of actually Asya Širovnik from Slovenia. She was starting a hypnotherapy school. I applied and started going to school. And 2 years later, I became a hypnotherapist. 2 years after that. So that was some, let's say, beginning for me, a calling.
mhm. Okay,
Mhm.
very interesting.
Yeah.
And now, when you said that you had like a voice,
hmm
am I right?
hmm
What was your first impression? Okay, so there is a voice, you will be doing this.
hmm
Um, how your ego react to that?
No way. Uh,
Mhm,
This won't happen. There's no way. There's no such thing as hypnotherapist in Serbia. No, it's just my imagination.
And years later, how you
Mm.
look at that
Well,
from this perspective now?
from this perspective, I believe it was my soul who I heard maybe for the first time, heard it like a real voice from the inside. So I really believe it's meant to be. It's something
Mhm,
you should do. It really was a calling. It's not a choice. It's something you just have to. I guess like you also. You just had to do it, right? You had to
yeah,
go to school. So yeah.
yes, it's true.
Yeah, it's a calling. Yeah.
Yes. From my experience, it was also kind of similar situation
Mm-hmm.
because I knew about hypnotherapy a lot
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because of you, of course, because you introduced hypnotherapy to me,
Yeah.
but I never thought of it. I never
Mm-hmm.
thought doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one morning, while I was waking up,
Yeah.
it just came to me.
Uh-huh.
you will become hypnotherapist.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, what? But I was not thinking a lot, but I was a little bit confused. And I sent immediately an email. I
Mm-hmm.
just grabbed my laptop,
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote an email,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. The rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, so it was very interesting how it came. It was also not from the logic mind, if I may
Yeah,
say it like that.
yeah, it
It
was.
was like a calling, but it's very interesting when you live such an experience. It's
Mm-hmm.
different experience.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And interesting you said it was in the morning
Yeah,
when we are naturally in alpha state. So it is a trance state, hypnotic state.
yeah. And as you mentioned, alpha state and
Mm-hmm.
trance state, let's go to hypnotherapy now a little bit. So,
Mm-hmm.
suppose I never heard anything about hypnotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
but I would like to go as a client
Mm-hmm.
because I have some phobias or traumas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm scared of because or I heard something or I'm not informed enough or maybe I
You
watched
are
some,
misinformed
yes,
because of the movies and Hollywood.
movies,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let me as a client who never been to hypnotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
um, to you as somebody who is now has a lot of experience as a therapist,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
What can
what
you
is
expect?
hypnotherapy?
Yeah.
What is hypnotherapy by you? And when I come, what can I expect?
Mm-hmm. Well, in general, hypnotherapy is a form of psychotherapy, but much faster. It gives results much faster than common psychotherapy. It has many techniques that psychotherapy uses, but just the main difference is that we use it in a trance state or in the hypnotic state. Therefore, the benefits of such therapies are much faster than the common one. Yeah. And what can you expect? Well, you can expect to be relaxed, to be totally in sync with yourself, to be in touch with yourself, to be connected with all levels of your own being, with your body, with your emotions, with your mind, with your energy if it's needed. And in that unity, we can access all that's under the surface, that is our subconscious mind, where everything is held. All our memories, all reactions people had on us, of us, everything that happened in this life, or maybe even before this life, everything is stored there. Every belief, every thought we ever had, it's in our subconscious mind. So when we connect with ourselves, we can go into our subconscious mind and find the belief, when it started, why it started, or maybe a fear, as you mentioned, or whatever is needed. Then we can release it. And after releasing it, we can, um, my mind stopped. We can add something that's beneficial to the client. If there was a problem with fear, then we can put feelings of safety or security, or that we are safe, or I don't know, we are just where we weren't. So we switch emotions and we switch beliefs after releasing.
So as I understood,
Mhm,
somebody who come to hypnotherapy
mhm,
can change literally everything. So I can change my fear
mhm,
to happiness. I can change my resistance to something that drive to me.
mhm,
So everything unwanted For me, I can change to something that I want. Am I correct?
Yes, that you want and that will be beneficial for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
nice.
Yes, yes.
Now let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
When I come to hypnotherapist,
Mm-hmm.
so I sit and you said something about relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
So what it means somebody go to hypnotic trance?
Mm-hmm.
If I've never been hypnotized before,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I would be a little bit maybe scared, or maybe I have doubts that I cannot so easily
Be.
relax,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because relaxation is the main part of
True.
hypnotherapy.
True.
So is it okay for you to tell me your experience, how we
Mm-hmm.
relax people?
Mm-hmm.
Because today world is everything but not relaxed. We run every day.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go from
Mm-hmm.
session to office, from
Yeah.
office back to school to get
Mm-hmm.
our kids
Yeah.
again somewhere else. So
Mm-hmm.
how I came
Mm-hmm.
now to you after work, after
Mm-hmm.
problems, how you relax me? How?
Okay. Complex question, yeah. But the point is in trust.
Mhm,
And yes, there is fear present with some people, not with all people. But when you believe someone can help you and will help you, the relaxation comes naturally. As I said, there are people who are afraid, who doesn't know what will happen to them, if they will be, I don't know, in some deep sleep and they won't remember anything. No, they won't, because this trance that we do, that is a hypnotic trance state, the alpha state, is a trance state that you are conscious all the time. You are aware of everything that's going on around you, in the room that you are, or in the building that you are. You know who you sit with, or who you are talking with, and we do talk all the time, because we don't need a person to be in a, I don't know, some deep sleep, because that's not therapeutic, because we don't know where the person is. We are guides that lead through the process, and the clients follow, but actually the client is the one that is doing everything. So we are not doing anything but leading, and it's up to client to follow or not to follow, and that's a choice, and that's completely fair. But when you trust someone that you really believe that it has your best intentions, relaxation comes
mhm.
naturally, because we
Perfect.
do talk before the session starts. We do talk about a life, a problem, why the person is here, what does it he or she wants to get rid of, to change, to release. And in that talk, relaxation comes during the talk, not just when we start.
Nice, nice. You also mentioned that it's up to client. We
Yes,
only lead, but
yes,
actually everything is up to client.
yes.
So that means that client has the upper hand. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yes, yes. It's always,
Okay.
client is always in control. We don't do the movies, trance states where, I don't know, a guy or a woman comes close, do something, snaps her finger, and you are in the dark. You don't know where you are, you don't know who you are, you don't remember anything. No, that's not a thing we do, because we do need clients to talk to all the time, to know where they are, what's going on inside of their own world, inside of their own experience, and lead them out. Therefore, we
Nice.
don't do that. There's no
Uh,
use.
yes, you mentioned that we don't make clients lose control.
No.
They have all control. They are
Yes.
conscious all the time.
All the time. Yes.
Because me, as somebody who has not experienced hypnotherapy
Mm-hmm.
before,
Mm-hmm.
saw a movie where client comes to hypnotherapist,
Mm-hmm.
he sit in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
He comes also to one famous hypnotherapist who has many sessions before and have excellent reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie,
Okay.
um, of course, in the beginning there is conversation, and then the hypnotherapist start
Mm-hmm.
hypnotizing the subject,
Mm-hmm.
and after a few seconds, the subject loses totally his consciousness. He
Mm.
don't remember anything.
Okay.
And also then there something crossed my mind and to one interesting story, and I was like, in that situation, hypnotherapist while he has a session, when he runs a session,
Mm-hmm.
it crossed his mind that he just, oh, I forgot to buy groceries. But the good thing is
Mm-hmm.
that I will go in a few moments, just in a few seconds, to buy some.
Mm-hmm.
So I will leave my client. He's unconscious. I told him, don't come back till I call you.
Uh-huh.
So he comes now and buy some groceries. And later that day, he is at a dinner with his wife. They are having a dinner. Everything is perfect, but he remembered that he forgot his client in a room.
Oh my God.
So now I have to fix that mess.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
now I'm coming back, and when I come back to my office, I'm running. It's raining, of course, it's always like drama,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I'm entering my room. Thanks God, client is still there, breathing
Okay.
in a deep trance.
Okay.
So now I'm there, and of course, I gave him suggestion not to wake up until I call him.
Mm-hmm.
So then I will have to figure out what to tell him now. It passed like 6, 7 hours from the start of our session.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I will fix my serious face. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired. We have a session like 7 hours. So now I'm calling him back. 10, come. 9, you are waking up, etc. And the client opened his eyes. Now he is not aware of anything. He don't
Mm-hmm.
know how many um, the time. He don't
Yeah.
know anything. He don't know
Yeah.
what happened. So me as a therapist, I can tell him now. You know, we have like 7 hour session. We did a lot of work. You're
Mm-hmm.
such a good client. You're
Mm-hmm.
such brave. We fixed you. Now, my question is this even possible? Because in movies we see many different things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, do we ever lose consciousness? You said no as a client.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, you said that client has the upper hand. Now fixing you as somebody who has the upper hand
Mm-hmm.
also, I don't know. Is that correct that we as a therapist fix the client?
No, we don't fix them. They fix
Mhm.
themselves. We just lead. We guide them. They
Mhm.
feel,
So,
yeah.
so they are making all the work, as I understood. The client
Yes.
is doing all the work, yes?
Yes. Yes. They are doing all the work. We are just guiding them how to do
Hmm.
it. They have a choice all the time. Do they want to do it or they don't? And
And they
it's
are conscious
fine.
all the time.
Yes, they're conscious all the time in every second of the session. They have a chance to say, look, this is not for me. Let's do this some other time, or I'm not ready for this. Okay, fine. That's
Perfect,
completely fine.
perfect.
And that's it.
So now we know that when you come to session, you are conscious, you are fully conscious all the
Yes,
time.
yes.
You have
You
total control.
remember, yeah, and you remember everything after we
Yeah,
are finished. Yes, remember everything. Even
nice.
so, after the session, there can be some even deeper memories that you weren't aware of while we were
Mhm.
doing it, but after they just come to the surface and you start being aware of them. So it's
Mm,
completely normal. Yeah.
perfect.
Mm.
So tell me now, how to choose my hypnotherapist?
Great question. Yeah. Well, yeah.
What do I have to look at?
Mhm.
I mean, there are a lot of hypnotherapists.
True.
What is, what do I have to search? How to choose over
Mm-hmm.
the phone, maybe, or over the messages?
Mm-hmm.
How to pick one up?
Well, because we live in a digital world, there are lots of videos on YouTube, on social medias. I believe first pick should be by your inner voice. What does your intuition says? Is this a perfect therapist for me? How do I feel about her or him? Do I like her or do I like him? How do I feel? Could I be straight with this person? Could I be open with this person? Okay. Then, if you're not so sure, you can call the person, the therapist you want, have a quick chat about your problem. Is it something that therapist can help you with or no? But also, you should look for education. What kind of education did the therapist finish? How long did the education lasted? How much practice did the therapist had during the education and after the education? And maybe the most important thing is how many, how much did the therapist resolve with himself or herself? Because everything we don't resolve within us, we can't help our clients. That's why I said we are leading them. We already been there. We did the work. We released traumas, fears, phobias, guilt, whatever. That's why we know how to guide them through the process. If we didn't do the inner work, what good? Um, book knowledge is not enough. Experience and the inner work is really what makes the therapist a good therapist.
Hmm.
For me.
Nice.
For me.
Perfect.
Yeah, because there are really lots of courses. I don't know if I can call them schools, but okay, let's call them schools that lasts maybe a few weekends, that lasts all in all maybe 10, 12, 20 hours max, all in all, and after which you get certified as a hypnotherapist. For me, personally, maybe because our school, our education lasted for full 2 years and much more than that, longer than that. These 20 hours or few weekends is really not enough. Not enough. It's enough to learn how to put someone in trance. Yeah, that's fine. But it's not enough time to get practice, to do work on yourself, to get in touch with your colleagues, to work on each other, to practice on each other, to resolve some your own issues that you have. We all have them. Right? So
Yes. It
that's the
is
most
a big
important.
point because it's
Yeah.
like uh, our beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing we learn at the beginning is like how to put somebody in
Yeah.
trance.
Yes.
But but after, let's say, 1 year of
Mm-hmm.
doing the
Mm-hmm.
same work,
Mm-hmm.
then you just start to realize what you don't know, what you
Yeah.
didn't know back then,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
How much your work expand, how
Mm.
much your understanding of all the process
Goes.
changed.
Yeah. It's deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with 20 hours, it's really, really
Basic.
just touching the beginning, I would say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just basics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, it's not enough. So if you are looking for therapist, hypnotherapist, do try to find or ask what education did the person has, the therapist has, how long did it last, or and the most important thing, how much did the therapist did work on himself or herself. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Aleksandra, we
Mm-hmm.
came a little to the end of
Mm-hmm.
our meeting. So, for the end, do you have any messages for the audience? Do you have like something you can have
Yeah.
with hypnotherapy,
Mm-hmm.
but no need? So, is there any message?
Well, yeah. For me, it's my personal experience. The hypnotherapy is really an easy and quick way, a quick technique to change our lives from, I don't know, a victim, from someone who is afraid, who is anxious or can't sleep, to a person who is fulfilled, who has a lots of energy, who is happy, who is joyous. So it's really unlike a common thinking. It's really pleasant therapy because after it, you really feel like you slept, you feel rested, you feel renewed. So if you are looking for a technique or a therapist to help you with some issues, consider. I was joking with a friend of ours when nothing else we wanted to make a writing when nothing else works for you, try hypnotherapy. Because it usually is like a last resort for most of people. They tried, I don't know how many different techniques, and nothing worked like they wanted it to work. Try hypnotherapy. You have
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
I just hope that's why I started doing these
Mm,
meetings because I think that if people knew a little more, just a little more
yeah,
about hypnotherapy,
yeah,
it wouldn't be the last.
yeah, it wouldn't.
Maybe two spot from the last, but let's just move it a little
Yeah,
bit up so people get to know what hypnotherapy actually is,
yeah,
how, as you said,
yeah.
um, how good results you can get,
Hmm.
how big transformation you can have in
Huge.
your life,
Yeah,
because after all, we invest in a lot of things. We
mm,
invest in our clothes, our
true,
cars,
true.
our homes, and that's everything just perfect.
Hmm.
But let's invest just a little bit in
Hmm.
ourselves
True.
because only ourselves we got in this lifetime actually, but we never invest in us. So I
True.
think that
I
just a
agree.
little, yes,
Yeah, a little bit more
just a
for
little
us.
bit more
Yeah.
will make
Yeah.
maybe big difference,
Hmm.
maybe not to humanity, but in our life. And I think that just a little
Hmm.
change in our life will make ourselves and
Yeah.
our life better
Yeah.
and
And
better
life
life.
by life, by life, by life, person by person, it starts to be
Yes.
a collective,
Yeah.
collective better life, right? So it maybe looks small, but it's not that small. It's really big because every change starts with us.
Yeah.
It's like the saying, be the change you want to see in the world, right?
Let's put hypnotherapy, let's get hypnotherapy from the last spot.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
And also to people to look that we to see we're not, I don't know, some scary persons who are, I don't know, doing witchcraft or something. We are not. We are just
Yeah.
people who are taking care of ourselves first.
Perfectly said.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
yeah.
Thank you very much for your time,
Thank you.
for your energy, Aleksandra, and
Thank you.
for the for just one more question. If people wants to get in touch with you,
Mm-hmm.
if people are interested in having session with
Mm-hmm.
you, how to get in touch with you?
You
How to
can,
find you?
yeah, you can put my email beneath the
Mhm.
video, and Facebook. I don't have web page, so Facebook, Instagram profile. I will give you all so you can post
So below the
the vid.
YouTube,
Yeah,
the video, you may find Aleksandra's email
yeah,
and Facebook, so you may
yeah,
contact her if you want to book a session with her.
yeah. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Aleksandra, for everything. I hope that we put a light on just a
Mm-hmm.
little bit on the subject of
Yeah.
hypnotherapy, how it looks like.
Yeah.
I think that a huge changing is that you are conscious all the time, that you have
Mm-hmm.
that you are in
Mm-hmm.
control all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and that after all, if you just come to session from that chaos of outside
Yeah.
world, you will be,
Benefiting.
yes, and
Mm-hmm.
in totally relaxed state.
Yes.
What a
Yeah.
change.
What a change. And maybe some other thing, some other topic can be maybe how can we practically do something, I don't know, in maybe on anxiety problems. How do we resolve? How do we guide people through it? Or some other topic to be maybe
Yes,
a little bit more practical. This is just formal.
we will have
Yeah.
such topics, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure,
Why
for
not?
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Aleksandra, one more
Bye.
time.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Wish you all the best.
Bye.